Do people know what they're getting into when they go to listen to your podcast?
The School of Podcasting with Dave Jackson.
Hey, I'm Dave Jackson from the School of Podcasting.com, where I help you plan, launch, and grow your podcast. Before I tell you about a horrible experience I had, let me remind you to, ring the bell, subscribe, that whole 9 yards, so you get notified when I put out a new episode. But I went to see a movie. Let's get me over here. I went and saw this movie. And for the record, I'm not a huge David Bowie fan, but in the same way that they've got movies about Queen and Elton John, I was like, I don't hate David Bowie, don't really know that much about him, and Ground Control to Major Tom, we all know that stuff. And a very creative guy. I was like, let's go check it out. So I went to check it out, and what I didn't realize is I thought it was a documentary, because down here it says it's a documentary. And I was like, okay, cool. This should be fun. Get to hear some old Bowie probably. But what I didn't realize is it also says down here, a cinematic odyssey exploring David Bowie's creative and musical journey. Now, a cinematic odyssey is basically, we're going to take a bunch of old stock footage that apparently Bowie just had people follow him around with a camera. But what was funny is about halfway through the movie, they ran out of like B stuff. Like here's a video of David walking down the street with a hat. And then about halfway through the movie, here's that same shot of David walking down the street with a hat. And then what they do is they put a whole bunch of colors. Ooh, look, it's purple, it's green, it's blue, it's yellow. Ooh, and you go, wow, this feels like it's 1968, and I should be dropping a lot of acid right now. But I wasn't. If you like David Bowie, because it was definitely creative, it was definitely thinking outside of the box. But in the end, there was no real story. There were times when they'd have David saying something very, very serious about life. And you should live life and God in life. But they would have like David's music in the background. So you'd hear this. Yeah, and I was like, ugh. I can't hear the music because David's going, live. And then I can't hear what David's saying because he's British and he's got a low voice, and you got this like, what? And so at the very end, what did I see? Written, directed, and edited by the same dude. And I was like, yeah, this guy didn't get any feedback. I thought it was a documentary. It was a cinematic odyssey. And had I known that, I wouldn't have gone. So when you have your podcast, hey, here's who it's for, here's what to expect, and here's how you're going to benefit, then people know exactly what they're getting into. Because if they go to your podcast looking for, topic A, and you give them topic K, they're not going to be happy. I can help you with all of that. Come visit me over at schoolofpodcasting.com.